So today the topic of our storytelling session is Alligator Alley. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary on that Tuesday evening in Belvoir. The local bowling alley was packed for the 26th annual Belvoir Bowling Championship. Everyone was excited for event to get started. Okay, this is the last call. Is there anyone else who wants to register for the tournament before we get underway? Asked the mayor. Well, the crowd was silent. Well, let's get started then, the mayor said. The bowling alley erupted in cheers. But then a deep, husky voice said, "Wait, count me in." At that moment, terror engulfed the entire bowling alley. Parents reached for their children and the bowlers braced for the worst. The mayor, who was now on a wobbly knees, said, Please, leave, sir. We don't want any trouble." "Relax, I am not going to hurt anybody," declared an alligator wearing a sunglasses. "Look, I am just here for the tournament. May I please play?" "You bull," asked a frightened old lady from the crowd. "Whenever I get a chance," said the alligator. "But as you can imagine, there are very few opportunities for me to do so. I read about this tournament and would really like to be a part of it." The mayor, who had finally collected his breath, said, "Well, if you behave and promise that you are just here for the tournament, I don't see any problem with you participating." "I give you my words," said the alligator. "After the tournament is over, I will leave as I come in peace." "Are there any objections?" asked the mayor to the other bowlers. None of the bowlers said a word. Why would they? Who would take a chance to upsetting an alligator? "Well, very well then," said the mayor. "Let the tournament begin." After the alligator thanked the mayor for allowing him to participate, he headed for the shoe racks. Everyone in the bowling alley was watching his every move. "What's your name?" asked a little girl hidden behind the mother's protective gasp. "A," replied the alligator. "My name is A." A set his bowling bag atop the shoe counter. After paying his entry fee and realizing there weren't any size 9 in extra wide, A walked back towards the lanes to prepare to play. The rest of the bowlers were still watching A intently. "Well, come on, are we not going to bowl or not?" asked the mayor. One by one, the bowlers began throwing practice balls. Bosco Wilson, who had won the tournament for 6 consecutive years, walked up to A and said, "Hey Gutter, I don't know where you are from or where you have played before, but this tournament is mine. I never lose." A just ignored Bosco and began practicing with the other bowlers. His first practice throw went straight into the gutter. No pins. Bosco laughed at A and said, "Well, it looked like the only thing we have to fear from you is getting our arms bit off. You are horrible bowler, Gutter." "I am just warming up," replied A calmly. "Okay, let's bowl," said the mayor. And so they did. The total score after 3 games would determine the overall champion of the tournament. A was in second place, trailing Bosco by only 2 pins. Since Bosco first won the tournament 6 years earlier, nobody had even finished a close second. The tight match made the crowd excited. It wasn't that the crowd was rooting for A as much as they were rooting against Bosco. Bosco, meanwhile, was growing concerned about A's strong performance. So he decided it was time to distance himself from his closest competitor. As the third and final game was about to begin, Bosco stuck up behind A and poured water on the floor behind him. When A turned around, he slipped and fell face first. In the fall, A hurt no one but both of his hands. The crowd was silent as A grimaced in pain. You should learn to be more careful, Gutter, said Bosco laughing. Bosco, you behave yourself, or I will have you thrown out of this tournament, said the mayor. I just want to make sure he is alright, said Bosco. The mayor asked A if he could continue. A told the mayor that he would finish the tournaments but stated that his both hands were hurting so much to use. Puzzled by A's remark, the mayor asked, how on earth can you play then? A whispered something in the mayor's ear, which caused him to laugh out loud. I see, said the mayor. Very well then, let's finish this tournament. The crowd shouted, you can do it, A, you can beat him. The same little girl who has asked Ace his name was the one rooting on him. A smiled at the little girl and then picked up his bowling ball with his tail. What is he doing? Asked Bosco aloud. And then, to the amazement of everyone in the bowling alley, A sprinted towards the lane with his bowling ball dangling from his tail. He released the ball and threw a perfect strike. Bosco couldn't believe it. Nobody could, for that matter. A's tail provided a powerful grip which enabled him to throw his bowling ball with much more ease and accuracy. Bosco was outraged, but the mayor informed him there were no rules stating one wouldn't use a tail to throw their bowling ball. The final game wasn't even close. A easily beat Bosco and was declared the winner of the tournament. Even though everyone was happy Bosco didn't win the championship again, most folks didn't know how to react to an alligator winning either. But that didn't bother A. To him, it wasn't about winning or losing. All he ever wanted was a chance to play. As he was exciting the bowling alley. The little girl who had rooted A on pleaded to have their pictures taken with him. A was happy to do so, and after the little girl's mom eloquently agreed to her daughter's wishes, the picture Alligator Alley was taken. Had it not been for that picture, nobody outside of Belvoir would have believed the myth. To this day, the people of Belvoir still ponder what happened to A. Thank you.